Hi guys, today was the day. It was my last day of Capstone. I did my presentation in front of the jury, and I'm free finally as I sit here in my cozy pajamas. This is my bedroom. This is my bedroom. This is my wet hair. It's really weird color right now. Like I don't know why this purple is like fading to this bluey steely gray. I mean, I don't hate it. I've had worse hair colors that have washed out to even worse ones, so I'll just roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. So, what is this video about? I'm just going to talk about my capstone and officially wrap it up on tape while it's still fresh in my mind, future Charlotte. Welcome to my capstone called PH7 The Human Department. I investigate trans inclusivity in fashion retail because the current representation of LGBT, of transness, of unisex is problematic. Really, is this the best you can do fashion? Well, I know I can do better. So how can services and environments be gender inclusive? Well, to start, I had a literature review of key topics using a theoretical framework. Eventually, I moved on to my qualitative research to get stories, the most important part, from real queer people to inform my design. My pop-up shop subverted the gender binary and made it gender inclusive by not having traditional men's and women's categories. It featured all Ryerson fashion students. It allowed a place for a community to gather and have meaningful dialogue about what gender and fashion means. There are some very unexpected twists and turns, the baby corn discourse as I call it. I'll talk about it at a different time. But in conclusion, it proved how important, relevant, and actionable initiatives like this social enterprise are. You have no idea how many takes it took me to say so much stuff in 1 minute. That presentation is actually 7 minutes long, but I just had to spit it all out because I knew who was going to watch this for 7 minutes. Like, let's be real. I would like to say my thank yous quickly. I want to thank Daniel Drack. I want to thank everyone that helped with the photo shoot, all my models, Alicia Trillo, the photographer, makeup artist, Uju. I want to thank all my participants who helped inform my final creative, because without that, there would be no creative. It would be meaningless without all the input from my participants. I want to thank Daniel Drack. Did I already say Daniel? I don't even know. But just super duper thank you to Daniel. He was an amazing mentor in this as my professor. Something I don't really talk about when I have to discuss my research in a setting is why I'm doing it. Beside the societal reasons why a project like this should exist for social change, why did I do it? And I'm going to give you a little backstory about why this started. In my first year of university, I had to do a paper for Dr. Ben Barry, new chair of School of Fashion, congratulations, Ben, about someone's wardrobe, a wardrobe interview. I had to go through somebody's wardrobe and interview them about articles of clothing, where they got them, why they got them, really investigate their wardrobe in relation to who they are as a person. And at that time, I interviewed my partner, and they were transitioning from female to male. And interviewing them about their wardrobe just opened up this entire world of questions. It made me really analyze what gender in fashion meant, because in such an extreme case of how fashion is used to enact and perform gender, it really made me question how this is done in everybody's lives. And it also made me realize the power it has to make a very positive or negative impact on someone's day and someone's general well-being. It made me really empathize with transness. And being with my partner we were together for 2.5 years, it just made me so much more aware. It made me angry in particular. It made me so angry for what fashion perpetuates and what it does to queer people. How it takes someone's gender identity as a trans person and commercializes it so they can sell more, so that they have a cheap gimmick, so that they can have a token trans person, so they can call their company diverse. There are so many problems within the fashion industry and how they use transness and trans people, how they understand unisex. They think they're boundary breaking with these unisex models, but they're not. They're just creating this different glass ceiling that's saying genderless is truly less, that you have to eliminate markers of gender, that it's not gender more, you're not jumping over them. That got really ranty real fast. Let me just bring that back a little. So yeah, it was my previous partner that really inspired me, that motivated, that like touched my life in such a way I cannot imagine like where I would be if we had not been together. in second year and third year, I also did some serious research project about transness, about queerness, about LGBT related issues. And so much of my research I would discuss with my partner. And when I got to Capstone, we had just broken up. And I thought, like, oh shit, this is going to be, I don't know if I can do this, because it's something that's so close to my heart, this issue. But of course, so were they. I didn't know if I'd be able to do the capstone from an emotional standpoint, because the person that inspired me, that motivated me into this important area of research, no longer played the same role in my life anymore. I'm so glad that I just persevered and continued with this path, because I realized, regardless if I'm still together with them or not, I will forever advocate for the importance of trans representation and trans rights in and outside of fashion. They were like my biggest inspiration for this project, and will forever continue to be that, because they are a great person. We did not work out romantically for like so many reasons. I will forever advocate for them as a good person, because they taught me so much about myself, so many different aspects of transness. I was so honored to explore with them as their partner and navigate and figure out so much messy stuff together. It just made me so much more empathetic, because I feel I met someone who was just so resilient and had gone through so much adversity, but they hadn't been turned bitter by the world either. Like, they wanted to do something, and I could only meet that by also wanting to do something. I want to give them my entire life to help them through this. I identify as cisgender. Like, I'm not a trans person, but the way that transness has touched my life, it's undeniable how it shaped it. I can only hope that my research will be able to continue, that PH7 will be able to continue in some way, shape, or form, because it's not going away. Trans discrimination is not going away. I've been having a lot of thoughts about like the purpose of this capstone and where it all started. I've been very reminiscing, I'm being very nostalgic about my capstone. It makes me kind of sad to think that it's over. It also makes me sad that my partner isn't here with me to revel, to enjoy this moment, because I know that it is something that is important to the both of us. That's my capstone. That's why I did it. These are the outcomes. If you want to see more, I upload a short video of the event on the channel as well, so you can click on that. But yeah, my capstone's officially wrapped. I can't believe it. 4 years for this moment. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna lay in bed and think about this more. Deep falling asleep pillow talk thoughts by myself. Ooh, look how cool I look. Bye.